Welcome, my name is Koen Heldens and I'm a multi-platinum mixing engineer. In this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys how to mix a full song with Overloud plugins only. Now that we've processed all the drums, including the drum group, I'd like to move on to the bass. The bass is more of a synth type bass, so it's not really a heavy bass type sound that they chose. I'll play it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. As you can hear, it's really a synthy type bass with not a lot of low end and low mid body. So I'm going to insert an instance of the EQ84 on this bass sound. So what I want to do is add probably a little bit of 110 Hz and about 350 Hz for a low mid boost for more presence in the mix. So let's move this to 110 and engage it and put quite a bit of boost in there, and let's see how that sounds. As you can see, I moved it all the way to 220, and you can hear it became really full. A little bit too much of a boost, so let's bring that back to make it sound more natural. And let's move on to the next band over and move that all the way down to 350 Hz. And let's give it quite a big boost and see how that sounds. As you can hear, the bass is much more fuller, but again, I gave it quite a bit of a boost. So let's move that back a bit for a more natural sound. And let's play the bass back with the EQ engaged, and I'll disengage it so you can hear the difference. So this is with the EQ engaged. And without it. And again with it engaged. As you can see, the bass became much fuller. So with the bass processed, I like to use the bass subgroup to add a little bit of compression on there to even out the bass and round it off. So let's move down here. That's our bass subgroup. And let's add an instance of the G comp. And the same way we did the drums, I'm going to move the high pass filter on to about 250 Hz. About 2.1 ratio. I want to do auto release again and the fastest attack. So we keep auto release so the compressor kind of figures out what our sound is doing without achieving a pumpy sound with it too fast or too slow of a release time. So having this engaged, let's see how much gain reduction we're getting right now. You can go a bit harder. So it's quite heavy compression that I'm doing now, but this is where the parallel button on the compressor comes in. So we can even it out and have about 50% of the dry signal come through and 50% of the compressed signal. So the good thing now is that I can use much more heavier compression because it evens it out with the natural dry sound that we have going through the compressor. So I'm going to play back the bass with the compressor parallel set to 50-50, so 50 dry, 50 compressed, and then I'll move it all the way to 100% wet signal so you can hear the difference. So this is 50-50. And this is with completely 100% wet, so full compressed. As you can hear, when I use it fully compressed, the full wet signal, it becomes much more muddy and kind of smooshy sounding. So that's why I love to just use this as parallel. So we can match both and use qualities of both, the dry and the wet signal, to keep it more organic and natural sounding. So again, this is with the compressor engaged and 50 dry, 50 wet. And this is without any compression at all. car is probably too loud. And this is with any compression. And again with the compressor engaged. As you can hear, with the compressor we have a much more fuller and rounder bass.